This is UK is finally waking up to reality. Bachal asmongold TV. Yeah, I've been watching Asmon video recently since the Indian thing, India versus Pakistan thing. And yeah, he's speaking to a nearly empty room. This tells you all you need to know about the UK government's attitude towards this. Does it even matter if you speak at a certain, like a congress or something, parliament or something? Does that have any meaning behind it? Like, does that even do anything? Because I've seen like the comment says like people just like most of people don't even attend. So is there any meaningful thing behind it? Because in general, I can see like how talking in parliament means like you can change people's mind who are in the parliament. But let's be honest, people already made up their mind. This is all just like show, pony show basically, right? But I'm guessing this matters for the public, like this gets out or something. I don't know what this is going to be about. I didn't see the thumbnail very well, but something about UK. Okay, let's watch one.
The whole nation is shocked by the rape gang scandal. Thousands of young teenage girls systematically raped over years by men of predominantly Pakistani heritage. Girls like Jane.
Thousands? Pakistani? This is where somebody told me to react. I'm like, why are they talking about UK now? Somebody told me to react to this one. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm reacting to something. Something's happening in UK. Thousands? Okay, first of all, if you know they are Pakistani, which means like you have proper proof. Otherwise, you won't be just saying that shit. Otherwise, you won't be pinpointing the nationality of people. It is in thousands. You have laws. What the fuck are you doing? Like, if you know them, like, arrest them. What is happening?
Who was repeatedly gang raped at the age of just 12. The police found her being abused by an illegal immigrant. But instead of arresting the illegal immigrant, they arrested her.
Nah, bro, like, nah.
There has to be context. Tell me there is context. Why would you arrest her? Why the fuck would you arrest her? Not to mention that's an illegal immigrant. Regardless of anything, if you find somebody's illegal immigrant, that's immediate arrest right there. There's a word illegal in it. If you evade, law enforcement, okay, you evaded them. But once you get caught, you got caught. So just basis on that, let alone everything else after that happened, which is a billion times worse than just illegal immigration. Why would you arrest her? What does that even mean?
Nah.
That is sick. The last government took action by setting up the wider J inquiry and the grooming gangs task force. But the truth is, that is not enough. There is now clear evidence that those in authority covered up these rapes because the perpetrators were mainly of Pakistani heritage. Last week,
I do think that they are actively trying to hide the ethnicities to not create further racial division. I think it's pretty obvious that's happening. And I forgot which European country it was, but one of them did actually stop reporting on the ethnicities or making them like formally noted. Was that Sweden? I think it was Sweden. I didn't want to, like say it, but I think it was Sweden. Yeah, it has the opposite effect. Yeah, I think it's definitely radicalizing a lot of people. Like, these are the people, by the way, if you want to, have a summoning ritual for the next Adolf Hitler, this is a pretty good way to do it. It is. And I really worry about it a lot. I do. They're speedrunning it. They're speedrunning it. And
yeah, this is so fucked up. See, I thought it was just American issue. I didn't know that Europe is, having this woke shit at this level as well. If you let go of common sense because you don't want to talk about certain group of people, you're fucked. And yes, you're not doing good for your country. You're not trying to be progressive. If you don't balance the scales will like a spring balance itself. But this time it will go in the other direction extremely fast. A literal, the group of hate will rise up. Because that's how these things work. It will bounce back really badly. World War II will feel like nothing if you keep at this. You have to bring it in the middle. right? Oh, I don't want to sound bad, even if shit is this bad, because it's certain group of people, I'm not going to say anything. Okay, and then bounce back to complete opposite direction. Then you can't pull Pikachu face. Why certain group of people are just rise up and it's like completely hateful. And that will end badly for everyone. What are you doing? I didn't even know this shit was happening. And what is with this UK and Canada and all that? Are you all anti-India or something? In Canada, there's like whole Khalistani thing, right? Like people who are like, put on as a terrorist by Indian military and government. They're harboring them, not just harboring them, like actually promoting them. While these people openly just say like assassinate prime minister and all that, Indian prime minister, this and that, have rallies. Canada's not doing anything. In UK, it's Pakistani thing. What is this, like anti-India shit? What is that happening?
This worries me a lot. Like I'm not a I don't think that's going to be good either.
Yeah, no, it's spring effect.
Now we're gonna get Nigel Farage. No, Nigel Farage is not extreme enough.
Yeah, he's
like, trust me, like the kind of person that you're going to get.
Yeah.
You don't even know what they are right now.
That's how fucked up they'll be.
And if you do, their views will change so much that...
Yeah, who was it? Duterte from Philippines? Him, but a million times more extreme. If you had Stalin right now, you don't even know how that would look like. You really do have no idea. Mao, Stalin, Hitler, you have no idea the level of extreme mentality these people had. You're going to have someone like that rise up. Right? Or there are fucked up people like that amongst us, but they haven't reached their full potential. Shit like this will make other people basically, encourage them, promote them at the level that they have that full potential. You don't want that, man. And shit like this is gonna, speedrun things. This is why I love watching asmongold, right? People can say all bad shit about him because they're misunderstanding, but he has critical thinking like this. He can see shit like this.
That they will not even be anything like what they are right now. You will get someone that is truly extreme.
I met retired Detective Chief Inspector John Pecos. In Bradford, he witnessed...
And people will vote for him, too. Probably.
That's the thing.
And they will vote out of pure exasperation.
Yeah, it's not that they're evil. It's not that people have turned evil. People can do shit. People have no power, technically. Only power they have is to vote in people that can do something. But then those same people look over shit like this, then people have no other choice to look for a complete opposite of that. Just say, might as well, fuck it. Not because they're evil, because they see no other alternative. It's like their back is against the wall, and they will vote people like that. That will happen.
And everybody will be worse off because of it.
Yeah.
Because these lies are being allowed to happen, and people are being told that they can't see what's in plain sight.
It's not a lie. It's not about lying to people. That's like a secondary element. First element is they're allowing this to happen in the first place after knowing it. But we can do it because it's Pakistanis. We don't want to look bad. Fuck how you look. You're supposed to govern things. This is your country. First have to be common sense. Everything, every ideology and every other politics comes later. First is the common sense. Are they breaking the law? Are they doing heinous shit? Doesn't matter who they are. Just remove them. Put them in the jail. It doesn't matter who they are. Everything else comes later. What if you are backless? Then fuck it. Like if somebody breaks the law, it doesn't matter the backless.
The abuse of a young girl in a car. But he was then instructed by a chief superintendent to drop the matter to avoid antagonising Bradford's Muslim community. Covering up the rape of young girls for that reason is one of the most immoral things I have ever heard.
Well, why don't you just put him on trial? I mean, like, the thing is that why are the people over there not asking for this guy to be put in jail? I mean, I feel like that's clearly the solution, right? I mean, you just put the guy in jail and then move on.
Look, man, if your whole mentality is there is a group of community who just thinks like this, and we can't antagonize them because if there are riots, what are we going to do about it? What are you, a pussy? In India, if this shit happens, and I'm not talking about any specific religion, it's about Hindus as well. If a certain group of people suddenly gets rowdy, even if they're Hindus, with Hindus are majority in India, and they are in the wrong, but they're getting like more riled up, and they go against the law, go against the Supreme Court. India puts paramilitary there to calm things down. India clamps down on those things if that goes against the law, if they are just point blank in the wrong. If time comes, they will invoke temporary martial law, if need be. But they're not going to say, oh, we can't rile this up, so fuck the law and common sense. We're going to let the most heinous thing in the world like this, let go of that because we don't want to like rile up community. What are you doing?
Yet not a single person,
They are?
not one,
They need to do it more.
has ever been held to account for these cover-ups. That is why we need a national statutory public inquiry which can compel production of evidence. Even last year, authorities in Manchester were still covering up, leading to the chairs of the local Manchester inquiry to resign. 5 local inquiries, which can't compel the production of evidence, just won't do. 50 towns are affected, not 5. And Bradford, where some of the worst abuse occurred, is refusing to cooperate with any inquiry at all. So there won't be an inquiry in Bradford because their council is refusing to participate. Now, Mr. Speaker.
Wow. I mean, again, I don't really...
What the fuck are the people of Bradford doing? The people who are affected, whose daughters are affected. Why are you not riling up to walk towards the council in a rally like, what the fuck are you doing? This is our town and we need this. Who are you to say no to? Council of what? Where is democracy? Why is it not working? How are you British Empire when you're this weak? You were once British Empire and this is what you now? Afraid at this level?
understand a lot of politics from these other countries, right? So, like, I don't know really what recourse the public has for this, but it sure seems like whatever recourse they do have needs to be used. The UK is cooked? Yeah, it is. And
Look, man, why am I so pissed off? It's an R word. R word is happening. You understand? This is fucked up. And if you know, like, if you can't manage things, and if some like you don't know why this is happening, it's just random. At least I understand that. You know why this is happening. You know who doing it. Clearly, they can pinpoint. You just don't want to do it because it's a certain group of people. Who cares? It's about the law. It's about your well-being of your own people. People say, oh, people make fun of India. You can't walk outside India at night. Shit like this might happen. Really? You can't do that shit in UK now either, can you? And that's UK. India is not easily manageable, right? And I can say in India, in a lot of cities, you can walk around at night. No, nothing to worry about. But India has 1.4 billion people and stats becomes inflated because of it. What is your excuse? It's UK, a developed country. Not just developed country, former British Empire.
I'm very concerned about where this is going to go. I am. I'm very, very concerned about this. Because I think I know where this is going to go, and it's going to be really, really bad.
Yeah, you think Trump and whatever, like, if you're a Trump fan, I'm not trying to offend anyone. Well, let's be honest, Trump is not your average politician. The reason why Trump came to power, because of the smallest level of government incompetence. You could say like, oh, Trump is not solution. That's not the point. People elected him because of this. He won by major vote. That is nothing compared to if you let shit like this go. In the past, when it comes to Germany, when it comes to Stalin and like, you know, I don't want to say name of people because YouTube is becoming that now. But these people didn't just drop out of nowhere. The history has this repeating cycle. Shit becomes too much, people get idea. Maybe it's in different type of people, different type of issues than this. But it's an issue nonetheless. This is an issue. It's an R word. This will become untenable. And when it becomes that, people like that will rise up. Everybody would be fucked. Global wars will happen. And why? Because you don't want to take action now? I don't know, man.
The Home Secretary promised on the 16th of January that Baroness Casey would complete a rapid audit within 3 months. Well, 3 months has now passed, and we have heard nothing whatsoever. Almost there. The government said there would be 5 local inquiries, but we know nothing about 4 of them. And the man charged with setting them up, Tom Crowther, said to the Home Affairs Committee on the 1st of this month that
I also find it to be funny that there are so many of these like shows that, you know, it's always Britain, it's the authoritarian state. Does anybody remember what the book was that the actor had in V for Vendetta that was the banned book?
Oh, don't talk about it,
What
man.
was the banned book?
Q one.
It was the Quran. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, this is a serious question. What does that, like, all the Sharia law and all that, like, I understand at least at some level how that works. What does that book have to do with all this, like, the R word thing, right? Like, like nobody can misinterpret that book at that level, right? Sharia law is not that, right? As far as I remember, like, I don't know, what is the nuance behind it, right? Because I'm guessing Asmon knows more about this, because this is probably not the first video you watch about this, because I really have no idea what is happening just beyond what I'm watching here. Like, what is the nuance behind this? Like, why only certain group of people are like identified doing this? What does that book have to do with anything? Like, somebody really comment down. Like, what is the proper nuance and context of this?
He had been sidelined by the minister over there and, quote, did not know what was going on. Now, finally, Mr. Speaker, I recently met Marlon West, whose daughter was trafficked, abused and raped by mainly Asian men, including in Bradford.
That's bad.
He said this government should be ashamed of themselves and they should hold a national inquiry. Jane, who was trafficked and gang raped at 12, also wants a statutory national inquiry. Labour Mayor Andy Burnham, Harriet Harman, and the Labour...
I think this is also probably a result of like haphazard like migration policies too, because like a lot of these guys, like I'm sure that there are plenty of people from like Pakistan that live here in the U.S. and they live in other places in the world that don't go out and gang rape young girls, right? That doesn't happen. But I think that what's happened is that a lot of these people come over and they never really integrate into society in a real way. So they stay inside of these like kind of cloisters of communities, and they just become more radicalized and more alienated from like the culture.
That is also one of my issue, right? People say, oh, it's instantly bigot or racist. No, it's not about that. It's about, I have to think about my society. You can come here, but you need to integrate it well. You need to understand what this country is and what its value are and what is the absolute. Absolute here is like democratic values, individual liberties and values. You need to respect that. And I would say, I would go as far as like, if you want to come here, like integrate yourself in the society. Don't create groups of people. This is the issue with everything, like whether it's like Indians or Pakistanis or any other type of people around the world who goes into US, UK, they have their own group of people. You went to the other country. How about integrate yourself with them rather than create your own group of community? On the surface of it, it sounds like good enough, and there is positives to that. But there is also negatives like this, where they forget where they are, right? You go to certain these places, you're like, wait a minute, is this even England anymore? Is this London? What is happening? Like, integrate yourself. Why subject yourself to a certain area? Like, okay, we all Indians just live here amongst England. Why? Live somewhere else. Like, live amongst the people. Like, don't create your own small community like that. Like, what is the point of going there if that's the case? Why did you go there in the first place?
They're a part of, and then this is what the result of it is. And I think that they're setting this up for it to happen. So, like, in a way, like, the real enemy here, like, you can say, yeah, of course it's the rapist. Yeah, for sure. But, like, the real enemy are not the people that are the outcomes of the problem, but the people who are creating the problem.
I mean, obviously, it is the people who do things. They are the wrong, obviously, right? Like, you can't really, like, that is the core issue here. Like, who's doing the wrong and what wrong it is. That's the bad elements, right? Because like you said in the before, like, there are many people living everywhere and they don't do these things. So the people themselves actually do it are the problems. But at the same times, you have to have the broader picture, like, why is this happening? What is the reason behind it? Who let this happen? What was government doing? There's many elements behind it.
MP for Rotherham all agree. So will the minister
government.
do what
the
they
government is the problem.
and Marlon and Jane are all begging for and hold that national...
Yeah, no, he's completely right about that. And I think that when people in the UK get fed up with this, this will be a big problem. It will be a huge...
What, they're not fed up now? If you know, how are people of Bradford fine if this is an issue there where their council just point blank says like we're not gonna involve? Why are you not getting on street in mass? Don't you have group, like WhatsApp groups or something? I don't know. Connect with people. Go outside, walk towards your council and talk to them like we want this shit. Who the hell are you to say we're not gonna do that? We elected you. This is a problem we want addressed. You are the majority. I'm pretty sure you are. How your voice is not being heard? How should our word? Do you understand like how effed up this is? This is so fucked up. I can't say the word on YouTube. It's an R word, and you this is not some small theft like somebody stole some biscuits from something and it's become an issue. People are stealing biscuits now. No, this is an R word. This is not some small thing. Man, I did not see this video pissing me off at this level because I didn't know what the context were. And in the first comment that I read, okay, most of the, he's speaking to an empty room. Like, what the fuck, man? Which means nothing's going to be happening about this. They already made their mind, like, we're not going to do anything about this. Where this is going, man? All right, I'll see you next time.